first, we head to Florida. That's where Paolo Banchero and the Magic finished their preseason undefeated. They beat the Pelicans last night. Now get this, Kevin Pelton's full season simulation has Orlando winning the championship. Danny, are you buying or selling the algorithm?
I'm not buying it. You got to re-simulate that. I don't know what you got going on there. But this is a very good team. I see them going pretty far in the playoffs, or at least the second round. They got better. Desmond Bain, one of my favorites to watch play. So, yes, it's a good young team. But winning it all, that simulation's got to be wrong.
You curious how many games and over who? 7 games against the Golden State Warriors.
Is that what he had?
The computer says, yep.
I think both those teams might be wrong.
Let's get to Detroit basketball. Cade Cunningham put on a show against the Wizards. 16 points, 12 assists. 7 of those dishes were to Jalen Duren, accounting for 14 of his team-leading 20 points. So, Perk, what do you like about their connection?
It's called growth. We know that Cade Cunningham could go out there and get his, but now making sure that everybody eats, especially your big man, losing Tim Hardaway Jr., losing Malik Beasley, need someone to pick up that load offensively. I believe that Jalen Duren could be that guy.
Isn't that your commercial? It's like grandma's on a Sunday. Everybody eats. Sticking in Detroit, it just wasn't all good news, though. Jaden Ivey, unfortunately, he's going to miss the next 4 weeks following a right knee surgery. He missed the last 49 games of the regular season last year. Ramona, what impact does this have?
Oh, this is really sad because the reason why they were okay letting Dennis Schroeder go and Tim Hardaway go and all those guys in free agency is because they thought Jaden Ivey was coming back. So this is unrelated to the left fibula. He broke his leg on New Year's Day last year. Unrelated, but it's a knee on the same side. And I think we're going to see a lot more of Saw Thompson.
Yeah, we will, but hopefully he gets back soon because we know the joy that he plays with, right? The Pistons, they won their playoff games last season for the first time in 17 years, and now they're aiming to go further to break through to the next level of Eastern Conference contenders. And here's a look who has the most playoff wins in the East over the last 5 years: the Celtics, the Bucks, and then look who's right behind them. It's the Miami Heat, newly minted Team USA coach Erik Spoelstra. So for more on what Spo is looking to bring from his Heat team this season, let's step into the coach's corner, shall we, with our Tim Legler. I love this segment.
Legs.
And now let's look at some of that offense from a year ago and putting the ball in your best player's hands a year ago.
Okay.
Just talk about this action, what you say, we're going to let this play all the way through. We're going to see multiple angles of this on replay, so at any point you want to stop it, just tell them to stop it.
Okay, let's stop right here. I mean, the first thing is anything with Tyler and Bam for us, particularly last year, was a good action. And the subtle part of this play, and there's a few teams that were doing this the last few years, this is an open side pick and roll. You can let it play a little bit. Tyler, stop right there. He's really improved this part of his game, and that's been diligent work. When he came in, he was a scorer. He was an off-the-ball, off-the-catch type guy. Then the first 2 or 3 years, he started to get a lot more skilled with the ball, and a lot of that led to scoring. But then his team started to scheme a little bit more. He had to improve his playmaking and getting off the ball and creating open looks for other guys. As teams start to load up, as a second option, we just call it a chop, a weak side screen, and either Tyler can kick it or he just sprays it all the way to the weak side. But go ahead and play it. You can see the first option on this is open, a two-man action with an open side, whatever that may be, a pick and roll or pass, give and go. Ended up being a pretty good action for us.
Do you like this, empty strong side set, nobody in the strong side corner? Have you found that's something you have success with?
We like that for the combination of Tyler and Bam. Because it didn't always just lead to a pick and roll. Sometimes you throw it to Bam, and Bam's a great playmaker. He's another guy. I talked about Tyler, but Bam really, offensively, I think you could make a case. 8 straight years, he could be in a discussion for most improved player offensively.
Now I'm sure you're envisioning this is Norman Powell standing over here too, which is an ultimate threat, which is going to extend the defense to create even more space for that two-man action.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no matter what your set or scheme or play may be, it always helps if you have more offensive firepower, particularly if you have it on the ball and then off the ball where you can't cheat and scheme on the weak side as much.
Well, appreciate your time today, breaking down some film, talking about your team. Really looking forward to see what Norman Powell brings and the extra added firepower, because you guys are going to play hard, you're going to compete, you're going to defend. You need a little bit more shot making, and you went out and acquired that.
Okay, appreciate it.
Have a great year, Eric.
Okay, thanks.
We're going to have more Coaches Corners coming up next week. But USA Basketball formally introduced Erik Spoelstra as its new head coach for the men's national team. This is the press conference, and look at the Heat players crashing it, waving around U.S. flags in support of their coach's newest title. Pretty cool there for Erik Spoelstra, and we'd appreciated him joining us here on the show yesterday. This is for you.
Uh-oh.
These are dunks from the preseason. We're going to start with J.D. Davison showing out in Atlanta for the Houston Rockets. This is the final tune-up game of the season. We didn't see a lot of we didn't really see much of the Rockets rotation guys. We did see that.
He used to be my son's favorite high school player.
He was unbelievable in high school.
KD and Alfie loving it, too. We had to shake the cameras a little on that one. All right, at number 2, let's keep the high flyers rolling. This is the Pelicans versus the Magic, and Zion Williamson went to work in the paint all night long.
Skinny Zion. See what you got.
Little baby ceiling fan.
That's not a windmill? We're still calling that
easy for him.
I feel like he might have jumped higher when he was heavier, though.
Well, Jeremiah Fears looking like the rest of us. When Zion does that, right? And then in the same game, not to be outdone, Zion lobs this one up to Trey Murphy III, who punched it home. Is this a windmill?
This is the high flyer.
Oh, my goodness. That's
Gerald
Green-esque.
My bad, young fella. I wasn't good with the game.
I
didn't know he had that.
Plenty more of these when the season comes rolling around early next week. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, that's the full complement Winfield.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm going harder where I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA on the ESPN.